Hey, welcome back. Another day, another vlog. Ooh. Hope you're handling it well today on this Tuesday. If you're working, or if you're home, or self-isolating, or doing whatever you're doing. Staying sane, staying active, getting things done, preparing, unpreparing, freaking out. There's a lot of things that could be happening, but today you're here with me, so let me take your mind off everything for 10 minutes. Let's discuss some life stuff. Hey, look, I went in to do some photos, start looking at the next projects to do next video. I had two there. One was an astro one, which basically ended up being a bit of a disaster. There was one I went to the old tree from the sunrise. I decided to go back and do an astro on that. Had the time and dates, super clear night, but it was supposed to be reasonably clear, and for some reason the weather come through, rolled through clouds. I got up in the morning, got out of the car, got down the road and went, oh my God, it's pitch black, and then got there and there's just clouds everywhere. So it was a bit of a disaster. There were some nice shots, but nothing really worthwhile in it. I did get a time lapse of a thunderstorm coming through from those clouds and some lightning, which was pretty cool. Well, probably gonna just end up putting that onto Instagram, I'd say, or use it in some other form factor down the road. And then I had some other photos from another, for a while, just a day trip. I did a walk through Whiteman Park with Jack. Some nice tree shots, some other nice photos here, which I've started to clean up, but they're more just basically for Instagram, so nothing there for the video side for you guys. So the next one I have looked at, which is Swan River Ride. So Swan River goes all the way through Perth, the main river, and I did a ride one afternoon, got some nice photos out of it, so, and a heap of video stuff. So I'll start working on that tonight. I'll have to get the photos and all that, but that'll be this week's video, Swan River Ride. It should be good, something different. I'm trying to mix it up. I don't want to just keep doing the same, just astro, or sunrise. I know I've had a couple of sunrises and I've done an astro. I've got some more astro stuff coming up in the loop, so I don't want to do just backing off that a little bit at the moment, and then I'll look for some other things. I'll start doing planning for the next one. I think I've got to work out some ideas. I don't know how that's going to happen at present, so we might see some other different form factors for the videos, but we'll work it out. There's always a way. But yeah, so what I did do last night was I bit the bullet and got the full system for Lumenzia last night, and I'm pretty impressed with it. I sat there and watched a 35-minute, 40-minute, I think, entry video into it. I had a bit of a play with it. So we just grabbed a couple of photos and started playing with it. It's a pretty full-on system, but it does have some huge benefits for photography. Much like photo pills is good for planning your trips and stuff, the editing side of the process, predominantly I use Lightroom, and I come in and I just change colors. I'm not one to chop and change and add stuff in. I don't. I think that's more of a visual artist. It's not really a photographer's. It's more colors and stuff and accentuating the colors and that, and I'm happy to do that. I'm not really a chopper and a changer. But very impressed so far with Lumenzia, and I've got to do some more practice on it. So I spent a good couple of hours, 2-3 hours last night playing around with it, and it's pretty cool. You can see how some of these guru photographers out there are able to just make things pop and really accentuate some things that you don't think maybe really look good when you take the photo, but when you're able to get the shadows right and get all the colors and everything right and really pull that out, it can actually make an image really stand out. So I think it's another good tool. Like all good tools, it's the more you use it, the better you get at it. So it's something I'm going to start progressing a bit more. The basic version, which I've been using for a few weeks, I've been super impressed with. So I decided to bite the bullet and get onto that. And that's the Greg Benz, I think, is the one I use, and yeah, he's pretty well renowned. He's got a lot of the good photographers that follow him, and it seems like his is a pretty good deal. So I bit the bullet and went with that, and I think I'm pretty happy with it. Now we did have, what else have we done? Yes, this girl. Look at this big bad boy. I was lucky enough to save up and get this at the right deal. I've been wanting to get a telephoto lens for the M50 for a while. Didn't know what to do. I do have an EF adapter. I thought about something with autofocus, but I'm also, as you know, a bit of a vintage fan with my Super Takumars, and this is the Super Takumar 300mm. It does have a lens protector on it, but look at that bit of glass. How cool is that? That is amazing. I can't wait to get out and use this. This is going to be fantastic. I want to do more like big panorama landscapes, and that's what I've got this for, that fixed focal length where I can set up and get, especially at work, once I go back to work in July, if there's a work to go back to, get those beautiful big mountains and hill ranges and stuff, and be able to really compress that in and get nice, beautiful big images. I can't wait to test this. I only just got it today, so I haven't had a chance to get it on the camera. I'll be testing it all out. It looks like it's in pretty good nick. It was definitely, yeah, I can't wait. I think it's gonna give me some really, really cool images. And yeah, very good. Something different to add into the bag. And I don't mind a panorama or two. I'm a big fan. If I can even thread this back on, I'll do it later. So that's exciting. And also I've got my new backpack. You've seen my big pack I have on. It's just too heavy. Unfortunately, it's been very painful. I've got my other little satchel one, which is great if I'm just taking a one focal length, if I'm just got one thing in plan, or I'm just doing a specific thing, I'll take that. But it's sometimes you just need those, like you add an extra lens in there or something, and it's just doesn't seem to work. And the big bag is it's fancy. I think it'd be great if you're doing like an overnight, or you're going out and doing multiple things, but it's just too heavy, especially on the push bike. It was just killing my back with the tripod on. So I went looking for a bag. I've sort of looked at them, and the biggest thing I've had dramas with is, like my bag, you have to put it down on the straps on the ground. That gets dirty. Open the front, do your work. There's a few bags out there, and not as many as I thought, like the Peter McKinnon bag, which is $700, so I wasn't going down that avenue. There's a few others that do it where you can put it down on the front, and the back actually opens up. And that's what this one has. So I'll leave it to that. I'll probably do an unboxing video on that one and walk your way through it. And I'll mix that in with what's in my new gear, what's in my gear bag for this year, what I carry around, so I can show you as I fill that up and how I'm going to use it. So I'm pretty excited about that. It's a waterproof bag, and it was under $100. So I'll leave you with that. There'll be more coming on that one in the next week or so. I'll get a video together and do something for you. Now, let's look at some good stuff. Tesla's now jumped into the ventilator game, as well as Ford and GM. All the three big car companies in the States have now gone into mass production, or ramping up production, to make the ventilators, which is obviously the thing that helps people breathing. This is a respiratory thing, the COVID-19. So if they don't have ventilators, that's when unfortunately people can pass away, because they just can't breathe and there's just not enough to go around. So Tesla's gone full on into it. I think they're actually working with the current producers, which is fantastic. They've obviously said, look, here's our technology. We can't keep up. Bang. We just want to get people healthy and make them live. So that's awesome. That the company allows people to use the technology, and said, look, it's like a wartime effort. I guess the old car companies and Volkswagen and all that got hammered In Germany, they had to go and make machines in the war. Well, that's what's happening here. This is a different type of war, I guess, and these car companies with their huge, big powers and engineering expertise, it's great to see them just going, yep, let's get into this. They're smashing them out. And so, obviously, it's not a super fast. It's not going to be like a 1 week we're going to have a massive amount of these things. It's not like just bolting bits of steel together or something. Like a tank or anything like that, and then bolting a gun on. This is a little bit different, but I think it's really good to see that they're focused on doing the right thing, and we've got everyone working together on the one issue, which is really good. Tesla's also donating 250,000 of the N95 masks, which is I guess it's a higher micron rating or whatever, which really helps, is effective at blocking out this virus, to all the medical staff in the States, which is good. So, I mean, if there's any large companies out there that have those N95 spec masks, please donate them if you really don't need them. If you're just using them for dust and stuff at work, give them to the people that could save their life. That would be much appreciated. Now, Canada has pulled out of the Olympics, so they're out. They announced today, but basically it is all over for them. They won't be going into Japan. So I would say from that statement, I'd be 99% accurate in saying that that's the end of the Olympics. If Canada's out, they're not the biggest of the biggest, but I can't see anyone else travelling under this by June or July. I think we're at least 6 months away, anything like that. So yeah, it'd be very interesting to see. I know Australia hasn't pulled out as yet, but I'd say now that that's the first one I've heard of, it's going to be, I'd say they'll all start lining up and start dropping out, and we could see the first ever delay to the Olympics. I think if they're smart, they would keep it in Japan and just push it back 12 months till next year, and then have that as the first plan A, and then work out a plan B, C of if we're not going anywhere by then, or what we can do. Because I know international flights, they're predicting no international flights for 12 months. So very interesting times. No Olympics, that will be a huge one. Anyways, rightio. Now Canon, the camera boys are not letting the car boys get too far away. Canon's working on a faster, easier test to diagnose the COVID issue. They're obviously testing the testing gear and all that. So they've put all their factory boys into working at a system that can easily diagnose it, whether it's a temperature or something. So they're working on that. Fuji's medical division is deeply involved in this issue. They actually have a current drug which is proved highly effective with assisting with the COVID-19. Obviously not a cure or anything, but it's one of those drugs that's really helping the people that are struggling to be able to breathe and stuff like that. So Fuji's medical division, you often think about these camera companies as just camera companies and Canon and Fuji and all that, but or as a printers and all that, but they're all massive companies. They all have multiple divisions, I guess, to diversify, and it's times like this that obviously saves their butt as well. But it's also great to see their brilliance and their technical minds are used into going to do something to help people. So that's awesome. Great job for all those companies out there that are able to just change gears, switch up, and move into something. And I think a lot of that would have come from Japan. Like they went from camera companies having to switch into building weapons like Germany and all that, and that ability to be able to flip flap and change direction, change the company's direction, put those brains and that IQ into it, basically adapting. That's how we survive and companies survive. So really, really good job from them, and very, very cool. And that's about it. Another day, Tuesday. Tomorrow's hump day for us, for everyone working. Stay safe. For the boys and crew that are flying out tomorrow, I hope you can get home to your families. I'm not sure if that's possible. I know if you're in the Territory or Tasmania, I think I've got some mates that work there at Tasmania. I don't know how they're going to get home. I don't know if it's all shut down. I know Tasmania's shut down. You've got to go to 14 days, but I don't know if he can get home. So Southie, hopefully you can get home to your family, buddy. And yeah, all you guys that are stuck or trying to get home to someone, stay positive. It's hard to stay positive. It's just, I guess, just be in the moment and do what you can in that moment and go from there. That's all we can do. Have a goodest day. I will see you all again tomorrow with another update and some more stuff. And till then, stay safe. Whether you're coming that way or going that way, we'll see you all soon. Ciao.